Mary had a little lamb.
We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream. Change has come to America.
Believe me. Help is on the way.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show.
Turn up your mind.
Tonight, Harriet Hageman has received the most votes in this primary. She won. I called her to concede the race. This primary election is over. But now, the real work begins.
Cheney's landslide loss was no surprise. She knew she'd pay a price for voting to impeach Donald Trump and then serving as the vice chair of the January 6th committee. After all, Wyoming is the state Trump won by his biggest margin.
No House seat, no office in this land is more important than the principles that we are all sworn to protect. And I well understood the potential political consequences of abiding by my duty.
That duty, Cheney said, is standing up to a political force she gravely warned could provoke even more violence than what we saw on January 6th.
Our nation is barreling once again towards crisis, lawlessness, and violence. No American should support election deniers for any position of genuine responsibility, where their refusal to follow the rule of law will corrupt our future.
The victor, Harriet Hageman, who became the frontrunner the minute Donald Trump endorsed her. She once criticized Trump, but now repeats his lie that the 2020 election was stolen. And when she won, she thanked him.
We're all very grateful to President Trump.
What will Cheney do next? Will she run for president? She didn't say, but she made it crystal clear on her overall goal.
I will do whatever it takes to ensure Donald Trump is never again anywhere near the Oval Office.
Well, what? Thank you for your service. What do you say? It's a Cheney. A Cheney lost a primary. Well, thank you for your service. Today, Rudy Giuliani is probably taking the fifth as we speak in a Fulton County, grand jury setting. Jenna Ellis has just been subpoenaed to the grand jury in Atlanta as well to testify about lying to the state legislature about massive fraud. John Eastman has been summoned. Lindsey Graham is supposed to testify on, I think, August 23rd. Jenna Ellis is supposed to testify on August 25th. They subpoenaed this Ken Cheeseborough lawyer guy whose name we would not know if it wasn't for Liz Cheney. And Cleta Mitchell, who was on that freaking phone call the day that Donald Trump tried to extort, shake down, beg, whatever you want to call it, to overturn the results of a free and fair election in the state of Georgia. And Liz Cheney gave a concession speech last night, which was really one for the ages. And I'm sitting there going, I don't know how to feel. How do I feel about this? A Cheney is gone. Woohoo. But Harriet Hageman is in. Please stop voting for crazy people. Please. I mean, these are serious positions. Wyoming, I honestly, I know there's less than 1 million of you. I get that it's a sparsely populated place. And you only have the one. You only have the one congressperson because of that. And you decided to get rid of somebody who was the number 3 ranking Republican in the House of Representatives, meaning she could bring home the bacon, fry it up in a pan, and then wear it as pasties and never let you forget you're a man. I mean, she's got 5 kids. This woman is like prolific. And you replaced her with somebody that wears 42 Listen. It's a clown show, okay? This is who beat Liz Cheney, this one.
Joe Biden is the largest or the most destructive human trafficker in our history.
Stop electing crazy people! You understand, if you elect a Cheney, you get to die over there. You elect a Trumper, you're going to get to die over here. These people are liars. These people are agitators. These people are, they incite violence. They say any damn thing that comes into their head. They have no ability to govern. They have no principles. They have no integrity. You know what's crazy? So this is why I was, kind of torn, because bye-bye Cheneys. Hello, Harriet Hageman. Hello, more Trumpers in the House of Representatives. Because it dawned on me watching this speech that Liz gave last night, that having integrity or principles, even though I disagree with her on every single policy she would spit out a spleen advocating for, everything from banning abortion to, spending every penny we have on defense, lying about going to war and the need to do it, weapons of mass destruction, all that crap, right? But in this particular arena, where an attack on our capital has got to be addressed at the highest levels of government, because at the highest levels of government, lies were told, people were agitated, people were incited to violence. Every single person who showed up and did violence at the Capitol that day said that they believed that Donald Trump wanted them to do that Donald Trump asked them to do that Donald Trump told them to do that they were there on his invitation, right? And on this particular issue of plain old patriotism, not allowing domestic enemies of our government to succeed in overthrowing an election, or to succeed in beating police officers, or to succeed in breaking and defacing the Capitol, or to succeed in smearing feces on the floor and the walls of the Capitol, okay? She has integrity and principles that tell her, no matter what office, no matter what I'm running for, no matter what politics, I love this country more than all of that. And that particular kind of integrity and principled, defense of the United States of America is now considered in the Republican Party to be heroic. When you see anybody in the Republican Party with integrity or principles, they are now considered by the United States of American citizenry as being heroic, as being heroes. How in the hell did we get so low? That basic integrity and the defense of our country against domestic enemies, domestic terrorism, is somehow heroic. Shouldn't it be the norm? Shouldn't it be like the basic entry-level feature of the character of a person who wants to be elected? Shouldn't it be a requirement for somebody who wants to legislate? But it isn't. It's not. So mixed feelings, crazy people, more of them coming. Amazing. So 4 Republicans who voted against Donald Trump, 4 Republicans who voted to hold him accountable, 4 Republicans who voted to impeach him. Out of the 10, we only had 10 in the whole freaking party. There's over 200 of them. We only had 10 that decided that he should be held accountable for inciting violence, for trying to flip an election, for making phone calls where obviously he was recorded asking for fraud to be done for him, for his benefit, so he could hold power. Only 10 out of 200, I think there's 207. You can check. So out of those 10, 4 have quit. 4 said, like Kinzinger, I just can't. I can't. 4 have been defeated in primaries by lunatic, fringy people, by crazy people who say that Joe Biden is a human trafficker in order to win elections. And 2 have actually prevailed. 2 have won their primaries. What the hell has gone? I mean, the Republican Party is so lost. It doesn't exist for any reason except to, well, I'll use their word, deconstruct America, take it apart, bit by bit, piece by piece. It's what they're for. What they're for is not us. Don't have time to listen to the live show? Want to hear more on your schedule? Go to randyrhodes.com and buy a stinking podcast.